Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Lions to Lambs. I am the Nerdy Lion, and this video is about what if, or not what if, but what would I do if someone came up to me and was like, "All right, I'm giving you $10,000, but you can only spend it on yourself." So, what would I do if someone came up to me and was like, "I'll give you $10,000 if you only spend it on yourself," meaning I cannot use it to spend it on other people. I can't be like, hey, Dad, I'm gonna give you $1,000. So I gotta use it on myself. Now, the reason why I have this challenge is because I am awful at knowing what I want. I got like 3 or 4 things on this list, and one of them is just extremely expensive. So here we go. All right. So what would I do if someone gave me $10,000 that I had to spend on myself? I would probably the very first thing I would do is buy a brand new desktop. I mean I would buy a brand new desktop, spend $9,000 on it, and be done with that. And then it would probably just be a mixture of shows that I like and subscriptions or something. Like I know I would get for sure the entire Avatar: Last Airbender series. I know that for sure. Uh, Maybe even it'd be really cool if I could get a bow staff like Aang had made, where it springs out into like full flying gear. Yeah, I would love to have one of those. That would be the other $900. So it'd be the computer and the $900 I would spend on getting a bow staff like Aang had, and then it would be Avatar: Last Airbender. But what would happen if the guy said, "I'll give you $10,000, but you have to spend it on other people"? What would I do then? Because I couldn't just be like, "All right, I'm gonna put this all towards charity and be done with that." No, I can't do that. So what would I do? I just thought of this, so it's gonna take me a few minutes to think about it. Now, the first thing I would do is probably take $1,000 and go around to homeless people and say, "Hey, what would you like? What do you need? Like food, blankets, that kind of stuff. What do you need?" And I'm not just gonna give the money to them because honestly, giving money to homeless people, that's just like a thing where it's highly debatable because there are homeless people who don't actually want, things that they need. They want money. Like, you go down the street and you see a homeless person wearing brand new Nike shoes and having a very nice purse in tow. And you're like, that person's not homeless, but they're holding a sign saying, "Help, I'm homeless." Yeah, that would be the very first thing I would do is take $1,000, go to a bunch of homeless people and be like, "All right, what do you need? Like, absolutely, what do you need?" That's $1,000 down. I'd take. I'd probably after that. I'd probably take $2,000, give it to my dad so that he can fix his car. One thing about my dad is he loves Lincoln Town cars. He's had like 3 or 4 of them. I drove one. The Lincoln. I love Lincoln Town cars. They're probably one of my favorite cars to drive. I have an Impala now that was my dad's, and he just was like, "Hey, you can drive this now. You don't have to pay for it." I was like, "Cool, cool, thank you." So I have no right to the car in reality, but my dad lets me drive it. But yeah, I would want my dad to fix the Lincoln Town car that he has, because the town car that he has, it doesn't have any air conditioning. So I know. Well, he also does trips. He goes on like business trips, and he has to drive here and there, and he doesn't want to do that in the Lincoln Town car just because it's so hot in that car. Like he's driving up 2 hours north every day, like 2 or 3 hours north then south. Well, north to go up, and then after work to come down. He drives 2 hours each way, which is insane. And he does that like 3 or 4 days a week. At least last time I checked. Currently, he's not home. He's actually in the South. So there's that. But yeah, I would want him. I would want to fix his car. Now that's $3,000 down. Crap, this is gonna be a longer video than I thought it was gonna be. Trying to think what else I would do. I can't do anything. I can't really do anything for my grandma because my grandma's such a sweet person. I can't come up to my grandma and be like, "All right, I'm gonna give you $2,000," because she'd be like, "No, you take the money because you need it more," and she will persist. She's a very persistent, sweet old lady. Like, if I went up to her and was like, "All right, I'm gonna give you $2,000," she would be like, "No, you need this money more," and I'd be like, "No, but Grandma, I want to give this to you." She'd be like, "You give this to me." Like, she would just seriously just repeat, "No, you need it more. You need it more. You need it more." Like, okay. So that's $3,000 down. And this is for other people. Now, I would love to spend $2,000, buy a bunch of my own gear, like a bunch of cups and pillows and shirts and stuff, and keep that in my car. And if I ever meet someone who is like, "Hey, I know who you are," I'll be like, "All right, let me go get some merch for you because I have some in my car." That is something that I really want to do. I really want to just have merch for people. Now, the other $5,000. I mean, I gotta wrap this up pretty quick because my laptop's dying. The other $5,000. What would I do with $5,000? With the other $5,000, I would probably get together with someone and be like, "All right, I want to build a very, very small house for $5,000. Maybe even a bus house or something like that." Be like, I want to build a small house for someone and I need help because I know I can't do that on my own." After that, I'd probably go up to someone that I know needs a home, because I actually do know a few people who are homeless or living in a shelter, which is very sad, really. It's very sad. And I'd be like, "All right, I'm going to give you this home." And most likely I would be like, "All right, but here's the condition. Like, I'm not just going to give you the home. You're not going to have to, he's not going to, well, they wouldn't have to pay for it. No, they wouldn't have to pay for it. I would just say, all you have to do is edit my videos. That's all you have to do. I'll record 20 videos in a day, and I want you to edit them, review them, edit them, then send them to me for a further review. That's it. That's like 2 or 3 hours of work there. Well, depending on how much effort they put into the editing, they could put like 10 hours per video. Like 10 hours of editing per video. And honestly, I would pay them. If I had someone who I gave a home to, if I had someone like that editing my videos and they were spending 10 hours per video on them, I'd be like, all right, you're going to get a portion. You are going to get a portion of the money that is earned from this video. And that's just something I think would be really cool. So I know the 5,000 bit was a bit of a cheapskate, and I know for the 10,000 for me, it was a bit of a cop out too, because $9,000 for a brand new computer. Although I would really love a brand new computers. I love brand new computers. Okay, they're really cool. I wouldn't spend $10,000 on a car. I'd spend it on a computer. But that's just me. If you have made it to this point of the video, first off, I want to say thank you so much for making it to this point of the video. I just noticed the glare that's right there, and that's kind of sad because last video probably has it too. So if you made it to this point of the video, thank you so much. You are a trooper. You are such a trooper. And I want to know what you would do with $10,000. First, I would like to know what you would do with $10,000 if you had to spend it on yourself, and then I want to know what you would do if someone gave you $10,000 and you had to spend it on someone else. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.